In this video, we're going to cover TryHackMe's Pickle Rick room. It's a beginner-friendly room where we're covering web applications, and it's a fun one. Let's get at it. Okay, so just like every other TryHackMe machine, we're going to go to Pickle Rick, and we're going to start the machine. Oh, join room. And then start the machine. And we'll let that boot up. So the concept of this room is pretty simple. We have to exploit a web server and find 3 ingredients. Because it's TryHackMe, these 3 ingredients are going to be your flag values. Let's kick this off by creating a directory called Pickle Rick and then cding into that directory. And then enumerate as much as we can. We already know there's a web server, but we'll do a simple version and script scan and then do a negate host discovery. We'll output this file into our nmap initial and then scan the IP. Also, let's just bump up the speed a little bit. I'll see you guys soon. Okay, so right away we see there's 22 and port 80 running in Apache 2.4.18. Rick is super cool. So we can go to the web page, we can click this link, open it up. And also let's kick off a nikto scan and let this run while we look at the website. First, listen Morty, burp. Doesn't really seem like there's much information here. If we look at the source, we can quickly see that there's an asset directory as well as a username that we'll probably want to save for later. Another good spot that we can look is the robots.txt file to see if there's this. And we see a there's no like disallow for like your crawlers and stuff, but this weird string character. So that might be useful later. Looking back over here, don't see anything useful yet. Might be running PHP. Yeah, and then we'll let this run and see what else happens. Actually, you know, we can also start a gobuster scan while this one runs as well. Okay, one thing we do want to note is there are PHP session IDs, so let's open up another tab, blow this up, do gobuster dir tac u 10.10.187 141, and then we'll use a word list, opt, checklist, discovery, web content. Let's use the medium one. And then because it created a PHP session ID, let's also look for these 2 extensions while we're at it and let this run. And right away we see a login.php. So let's take this username and this robot.txt string and see if we're able to log in. 10.10.187.41. Okay, and then login.php. And now we're presented with the portal login page. Before we begin pressing onwards, just looking at the source, don't really see anything out of the ordinary. Let's take that username and then that password. don't save. And we're met with the control panel. Okay, so let's mess around with this panel. This is definitely interesting. We'll come back to it. When we go to the other tabs, we're all redirected to a deny.php page. So going here, looking at the source, see this interesting base64 encoded string. But let's go mess with this command panel. Generally, we can try ls, see if that executes, and we get a directory of probably the where the website is being hosted out of. So if we do a print working directory, you can see it's in var www.html. Our current user is www.data, which is normal. So this looks like something that we need for TryHackMe, and this command is disabled. Another way we could do it would be to do less, and we get the first flag value. So we can just go ahead and throw that into here. So we can obviously work around this command panel as the www.data user, but we want a shell. That would make things a little easier on us, and it's a little cooler, right? So let's give that a shot. Okay, so first we're gonna check out a place that you should probably bookmark, and it would be Pentest Monkey's reverse shell cheat sheet. So we can try let's just give Python a shot. So we'll throw the Python reverse shell here. We'll do netcat nvlp1234 to start our listener, and then grab our OpenVPN IP here and replace this value. Execute. Nothing. So if we try that again, this is tested for Python 2.7, which should be deprecated. Place this and go to the front, and then we'll just do Python 3 and see if that works. And we have a shell. So if we do an ls, we can see super secret pickle ingredient for that one. But we also see a clue.txt. So you try catting that out, and it just says look for other file systems look around the file system for other ingredients. So we can look at our current directory. We see we're in the web root. We can go to whack home and see what the users are, and it's root and Ubuntu. We can try going into Rick and see if we can cat that out. And we have the second flag. Easy. So now we're looking for the last flag. So again, when we do a who am I, where www.data, a common privesc option would be to look at what sudo permissions we have as the web user, and apparently we have all of them. So in this case, if we do just sudo bash and then do an ls, who am I, for root. Here we can spawn a TTY by just using this command. Because we're in a non-TTY shell, this will make it a little prettier. So we'll do this, throw Python 3 in there, and we're still root. And then from here, we'll just cd to see what the root directory holds, and we find third.txt. And that is our final flag. We go back here, throw this one in. Boom. Congrats. Easy, right? So if you didn't want to go through the process of getting an interactive shell, you could have ran everything through that command prompt. Eventually, we found out that privesc was sudo tac l. From there, you could have ran it in the command prompt if it wasn't restricted, and then got the flag that way. But, you know, popping shells is pretty fun too. Just remember, enumerate. That process never ends, and it's pretty vital that you get comfortable and develop your methodology on approaching different targets. And that's what's awesome about TryHackMe and Hack the Box. It allows you that opportunity to continue to develop that methodology and approach when looking at various problem sets in a creative environment. But if you like this video, which I hope you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.